Hello, Taurus. Today is October 15th, and we are actually getting ready to enter a Aries full moon phase. Let's see what the messages are for you overall for Taurus, wherever you have this in your chart. This could be people, places, circumstances, or situations out here. You have the gathering here with intensification on the bottom, 44 and 33 here. So I definitely feel like there's a slight step back here. You know, you may start to regroup or have new type of confessions or some type of conversation about your stability here. Something may be a little wobbly. You may be taking the time to step back and have a conversation. This is a 6 and 8. There's still an even tone out here when it comes to the energy wherever you have Taurus in your chart here. I do feel like you're moving from a hermit energy to working with the group here. This could be families, this could be a counseling service, this could be a committee, but I definitely see where you have Taurus here that you're starting to have more collective conversations. What I feel good about with this energy is you're going more from what allowing people to think what you think or assume to actually providing some type of clarification. I don't feel like you're necessarily explaining yourself. I feel like you're just bringing people up to speed. And what I can respect about it is you're doing it at a time where you feel comfortable communicating. Maybe you couldn't articulate yourself before, so you weren't able to educate other people. Definitely check out Virgo. You can have Virgo on your chart because I feel like, again, you're coming out of the hermit energy. More for Taurus, please, as above, so below. You have the Ace of Pentacles out here. Remember, this is something tangible. So this could be a person, place, situation, or circumstance, but it's something tangible. So this could literally be an engagement ring. This could be a new job, a promotion. It could be gifts. It's just something that you can actually physically hold in your hand, something you can actually touch. And it's an ace out here, so it's the cornerstone for a 10. So it may not be a lot, but it's definitely important. For instance, a key can unlock the door to so many more things. And then you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about your ship coming in. And in this Ace of Pentacles, there's a ship full of loot coming in. So I definitely feel like this conversation here, bringing everything up to speed with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, is going to bring you some type of favor, some type of good fortune, good karma out here, because it's like you're putting yourself in a position where you can build and where you can work together. With the Three of Wands, again, that talks about third house out here, so definitely communicating. Then you have the Fours out here, so you could be communicating with your family, your friends about yourself. With the Ace of Pentacles, what you have here, you could find that you have more support than you thought you did now that you're actually opening up. One more, please, as above, so below, with this particular deck. If you needed some type of assistance at work, maybe you didn't have the resources that you need, they're starting to be provided with the Five of Cups out here. So again, it's like you're starting to talk about some type of shame, some type of trauma, some type of heartbreak, some type of energy that had you more stagnated here. Your head was down, so a lot of time could have passed here with this hermit energy I'm picking up. And now you're starting to, with the Knight of Wands here, move forward here. It's like you're catching up, bringing everyone up to speed here about something that you've been through. And this is providing a level of healing for you. So it's like you had to process something before you could communicate it to others. This does feel like some type of letdown here, where you're kind of like, okay, I did it my way and it didn't work. Now I'm open for help, open for assistance here. Awesome sauce, you know what I mean? It's never too late until you die. Okay. You got the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands here. So again, I feel like you're moving towards, you got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This is going to be the beginning of some type of support system or some type of committee or some type of group here that can actually help you have a stronger defense, a stronger support, like people have your back, okay? But I feel like in the past, it's like you were trying to bear it all alone, martyr energy. Definitely could have Virgo in your chart somewhere, especially when it comes to like your family and your friends probably couldn't, didn't know what was going on. Management didn't know what was going on. You kind of shut everyone out and you've been kind of just dealing with things solo. Now, I want to keep it 1,000 with you. This was a personal choice, so I'm not necessarily applying any type of victim energy here. I hope you're not doing that, because this looks like it was definitely a choice, because I see here people, ships coming in. It was just a matter of you opening your mouth and asking or communicating. And if you've done that before and you said, well, nobody helped me, it could have been your own personal perspective on how people felt. How you were internalizing criticism could definitely have been a thing out here, because at this point you're open to it. People are not just going, and y'all check the Taurus playlist. I've been talking about this for a while, and one of your readings that's coming to mind is you have to open your mouth. You know what I mean? A closed mouth doesn't get fed, and people aren't just going to be like, oh, Taurus, what is it? What do you need? Like, you know, this baby-fied energy. It's like, look, you're an adult. Effective communication will take you a long way. And as soon as you did that, all of a sudden everything's coming in. But it looks like the breakdown was you feeling like you didn't have this support. This could definitely be a narrative that you were telling yourself here, because there's people out here, and it's definitely, you have Cancer in your chart. There's a returning home type energy. Cancer had that energy going on for some time where you need to go back. You need to go back. You need to go back to your people. It was giving this kind of like runaway type energy where like someone ran away from home, and you know, their family is like, you can come back or come back, and this whatever trauma or narrative they're telling themselves in their mind is just so dark and so horrible that they're like, I'll never come back. And now it's like, okay, I was tripping, I was young, I didn't understand. You know, now that I got out into the world and got some type of experience, I understand now that I was over, you know, reacting. You could have been dramatizing something, being quite a diva, male or female, around some circumstance, which, again, the biggest and most important part is that you are moving forward, okay? Giving room for progression, for healing, okay? As above, so below, for Taurus energies. Thank you so much. You have the Hierophant out here, so getting closer to God, opening up here. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles also came out in Aries energy here with the Knight of Swords, actually. So you might want to check out where you have Aries in your chart. That could be that you were dealing with the Aries, or there was some type of influence or blockage from some type of Aries energy, person, place, circumstances, or thing, your job, your company, and with the Nine of Cups here. I want to say that was out there too, with strength. So now you're pushing through here. You see this lamb is going to a full-blown beast, you know what I mean? Coming out of that naivete and kind of getting that type of resilience here so that you're kind of built for something. But you had to be molded. You were molded by life, you know what I mean? The thing that you thought was the worst thing possible, or the worst people possible, are actually the people you realize cared for you the most, or your biggest asset, your biggest allies, you know what I mean? I can't stand my mom, I can't stand my boss, but they are having your back in this big fight. You know, at the end of the day, y'all what y'all got, or you're a team, you know what I mean? So you're slowly moving towards your desires here, starting to feel some type of tension loosen up here, and some type of freedom coming in. You could definitely use this full moon to release, cry about it, get it out here with the Five of Cups. I was stupid, I was dumb, I can't believe myself. This is what happened. This is what took so long. This is why I didn't want to talk. But do it, okay? Get it out there, release it with this, you know, full moon, and let God have it. Let go and let God, okay? As above, so below for Taurus energies. Thank you so much. You have focus out here. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working towards what is. And then you have surrender out here. Protect on the bottom of the deck here. What exactly are you afraid of? You know what I mean? It's more like you would rather suffer in the past, because I see this energy is shifting, but you would rather have suffered to save face. And that was an Aquarius energy. So all these energies I'm saying, you might want to check them out, because there's this energy of like, well, nobody knows what I'm going through. I could have got beat up last night, but nobody knows, because don't nobody know me. So I'm gonna go ice up, stay in the house till my black eye go down, and then I'm gonna act like it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, no one knows that I'm getting cheated on, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna just act like it didn't happen until finally we get to this point right here, where you realize so much time has gone by of you living in the fear of judgment, and the fear of criticism, and the fear of shame and embarrassment. And that's exactly what brought on criticism, fear, shame, and judgment. So now that we're here, and it's like, you know, your worst fear has been realized. People know your business. People are actually looking at you. Something beautiful and amazing is happening. Family, friends, support system, management is stepping up and actually taking your side. Actually saying, don't worry about it. Actually saying, that's it. And that's all. Man, come on. And Taurus is like, what? For real? They're like, yeah. I mean, I feel like Taurus, a lot of people already knew. They just wanted you to say something. So they just watch from the sidelines like, you like it, I love it. This is one of those things where it's like, well, if you don't want to see your business, or if this is how you want it to go down, you know, what are we supposed to do? You know, we'll interfere. We'll have our intervention when there is an opening. And I feel like there's definitely an opening at this point. You got two cards of, three cards of a family, a defense system out here. 1, 4 actually. You got progression out here. Went from slow to fast here, and you're going from the Ace, yeah, to 10 of Pentacles out here. So there's definitely something can get better real fast. As soon as you in the right, you know, circumstances, the right situation, the right people group, something gets good real fast. Last energies for Taurus, as above, so below. You got the Death card out here, Death and Transformation, and the King of Pentacles here. You're getting tightened up, straightened up, buttoned up real fast here. There's a transformation where you're cleaning yourself up extremely quick here after some type of disappointment, heartbreak. Could have had at least 3 failures before you realize, like, we don't got to be going through this, with the High Priestess and the 10 of Pentacles. Keeping something from your family, keeping something from management, keeping something from some type of team or support system, some type of, you know, long-standing official that can step in on your behalf here. But you want to keep it to yourself. You want to deal with it for yourself. I am picking up a level of greed out here as well, where you could have felt like, you know, I'm going to have all the attention, the clout, the money for myself. I'm going to step out big dog. Like, yeah, I did it, self-made from the mud. That's not life. One of my slogans for my company that does business development, AACON, nobody did it alone. Nobody does it alone. Okay? And that's the slogan for a reason. Do it right the first time. Because otherwise, you're going to end up in this loop right here that you were just in, Taurus. Because no one did it alone. No one does it alone. That don't mean you got to have a real big team. But you can have a nice, tight-knit circle. And people go through things and they change. And you might have to cut some people off and bring some new people in. It's definitely one of those things you got to stay on top of. Somebody could be solid and loyal today. Something can take place in their personal life. They could go through something, you know, internally as far as their own self-esteem, their own health, their own confidence. And then all of a sudden, you may have to reevaluate the situation. But at the end of the day, this is just a part of life that's going to be on repeat. This is something that's going to be regular. This needs to be regulated. That's why we stay in touch with our people. That's why we check on them. That's why we have lunch from time to time. That's why we meet up every couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Just to make sure we're still here. To make sure we're showing up and they're showing up. Not just they're showing up for me. Not just I need something. Because that's what it looks like out here. Like, no, I'm going to come in like, baby, who? What? Yeah, it's me. It's me, Taurus. That's right. And it's like, yeah, nah. You know what I mean? As long as you felt like you were going to check people, prove people wrong. Again, it's giving this naive, childlike energy where it's like, I'm going to show all of y'all. You just wait. And it's like, look, sometimes we guys just got to take our L and allow the work to speak, allow the karma to speak. You know what I mean? I get told on a regular basis, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm wrong. I'm mean. Because people are not ready to receive. You know what I mean? But over time, guess what? That thing that they didn't want to hear about, or that thing they didn't want to be accountable for, it happens. It shows up. Someone that they care about tells them the same thing. Someone they want to impress tells them the same thing. Some job states it as a qualification before they can move forward. And then I don't need them to call me and say, oh yeah, you were right. It's okay. Because I'm solid in myself. But what I don't do is run around like, hey, did they call you yet? Did it happen yet? Like, that's too much time. It's petty. And it hurts you more than it hurts them. You know what I mean? Like, they already going to get theirs if they're wrong. They're already going to get theirs if they're lazy, or if they're doing it, you know, wrong, or if they're unjust. I don't need to be getting theirs with them because I want to stand there and see it. You know what I mean? I don't need to be that close to the karma, baby. You'll hear about it. 9 of Cups out here again. So I wish you the best in all your endeavors. Links to personals are below. Make sure you are being mindful of what you're taking in. Remember what I said, that this is going to be something that you're going to have to regulate. Check in to make sure that people are solid, but there are people out here. And with the 10 of Pentacles showing up on multiple occasions, I do feel like it is either a group, like a women's group or a men's group or a church group, you know what I mean, or a family group, but this is someone or something that you've already been acquainted with, and y'all could have just had a fallout. You ran off and have slowly been taking your time to come back, but it's time to be accountable with this surrender energy out here. You need to focus on your part that you played in it and let everything else go, and it will become much more clear. Until we meet again, I love you and keep growing.